Shots ringing out around 5:30 on South 21st Street.
Video showing the moment two men jump out of a car and suddenly open fire on a group of people standing on a street corner. Happened on Berks and Cross Key Streets.
Investigators in Montgomery County released chilling new details about the murder of a pregnant woman. The suspect charged in her killing was arraigned today. Action News reporter Katie Castro joins us live from the Exxon station in King of Prussia, where the murder took place. The pregnant has been shot and killed after attending her own baby shower. Action News reporter Katie Castro joins us live from the scene with details on this horrific crime.
Is behind bars after he's accused of a deadly stabbing in West Philadelphia. Police say Raymond Thompson killed Ashley Lockhart in a minivan on the 5300 block of Chestnut Street Saturday morning. According to police, Lockhart had a protection order against Thompson. He's now facing murder charges.
Madness of gun violence claimed more victims, this time in the Germantown section, during a drive-by shooting outside of a barber shop. Police walked Germantown Avenue, counting bullet casing after bullet casing. 3 men and 1 woman are in the hospital now with injuries, while another man is dead, shot in the head.
Death, more gun violence. A teenager shot and killed last night. Let's get out to Steve.
Karen, every time we do this, it's like something new. So it's not like we're telling you the same thing every day. Each victim just seems to get his life taken in the most horrible way, and a way that we haven't seen yet. And how about getting shot with 30 bullet wounds on your young body at just 18 years old? Another high school aged murder victim here in Philadelphia. That makes it 300 already for 2022.
3 separate shootings in Southeast. The most recent one happened along Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue, where a man was shot. About 45 minutes earlier, a man was shot along Livingston Road in Southeast. And earlier in the night, 3 people, 2 men and a woman, were shot outside an apartment complex on 4th Street. We'll have more on that coming up.
To assist in the area, and at some point during the course of this gathering, there was some type of incident or fight that happened between some of the individuals who were in attendance. That incident was broken up. Shortly thereafter, there was a secondary incident. We're not unsure what that incident was, but people started to scatter at that point. MPD members shut the event down, began to shut the event down because it appeared that the event was unsafe.
Pregnant victim Jaylyn Quinones was just 18 years old.
Her baby girl was delivered afterward, and the family says the infant is fighting for her life tonight.
And now the department is reviewing it.
Denise joins us now with the latest on the investigation into that officer.
Well, Rick and Nicole, the incident took place. The video was taken while an incident took place involving an officer who was detaining 4 individuals at a McDonald's on New Hampshire Avenue in Silver Spring. You are looking at live streaming Instagram video posted by someone who makes a comment while officers are writing up several suspects.
Just came to write a whole bunch of paperwork.
The person can be heard saying "you" and a racial slur, just write up a bunch of paperwork. Then an officer makes a controversial response using the same racial slur. The person recording calls her a racist, and there was immediate outrage on social media.
That's made towards schools. News 4's Juliana Valencia joins us this morning from Wheaton with more. Juliana, good morning.
Good morning. So Wheaton High School is one of several schools within MCPS that has received online threats, and MCPS says the threats are for a school shooting today. And they say the comments are similar in nature and that they are hateful and racial. Now, MCPS and Montgomery County Police have been made aware of these online threats being made towards schools within this school district. And police have investigated and determined that the validity of these threats is low level. But even though these threats are low level, police and MCPS say they will continue to investigate any threat. And they ask that if you see a threat online, to make sure to report it to police.
Brennan III is facing charges of second-degree assault. Police say Brennan is the cyclist seen in this video, going after a young woman posting flyers advocating for racial justice.
Do not touch her, sir.
Leave her alone. Sarah, just walk away. Hey!
Hey, get off of her!
The people with her yell at him to stop, but he doesn't. Instead, he appears to then go after the man behind the camera.
Just get out of here. What?
You know, as long as I can remember growing up in Philadelphia, PA, Philadelphia has always been violent. And I started out this video with a picture of Latoya Figueroa, rest in peace to her. During the time that the murder happened with Latoya, I was definitely afraid that the same thing would happen to me because of the circumstances surrounding my situation. You know, I did attempt to work with the other party. There was a stay away order in place, but if someone abandons their child, there's nothing else left for you to do. You have to get up, dust yourself off, and provide for your child. So people say, well, move to the suburbs, go to a quote unquote better atmosphere. And as you can see from the clips that I stitched together, there is no better atmosphere necessarily for Black mothers. And this video is specifically for Black mothers who want better for their families. Okay? This is nothing against any other race, but I'm speaking from my experience as a Black woman in America. If you're not running and dodging bullets from the inner city, you have to look out for these racist people who don't look like you, who are a different hue than you. So I said, well, America doesn't want me here. Let me do research. And I have been doing research on the continent of Africa for a very long time. Ever since I was in high school, I would always read books, and you know, anybody that really knows me knew that I grew up in the library. I stayed at the Free Library of Philadelphia on Sundays. I was always there. But anyway, this message is to people that maybe cannot afford to come to Africa but still are thinking about repatriating. The one thing that I can say after visiting several African countries is everywhere you go, there you are. What do I mean by that? You cannot change your skin color, okay? You are Black everywhere you go. You cannot outrun racism, even in Africa. Because I'm going to tell you one thing, in Africa, you're still going to get treated differently. No one's looking at that blue passport. You're not walking around the street holding it up. When people see you, they see your color first, okay? I was under the impression that, based on the research that I've done and I've listened to other people talk, oh, you'll get treated better. That's true to some extent. If you go to Africa without you opening your mouth, them just looking at you, they are going to assume you are one of them, and they're going to treat you as such, whether good or bad. And I'm going to tell you another thing. There are a lot of other races that are in Africa, and I'm going to tell you there is a difference. They get treated better than the typical Black American. They get treated better. And that's one of the reasons why they come over here. So if you are looking for a place that will treat you better, you may find it in Africa, but I don't want you to hang your hat on that. because you still have to account for corruption. You still have to account for your skin color. You still have to account for being overcharged because of your American accent. One thing I will say is I do feel a bit safer, but if you listen to someone that tell you that there are no guns in Africa, that is a lie. It's a lie. The security guards, and not just the authorities, but security guards do carry handguns and rifles. My point is, you cannot outrun racism. You know, I was frustrated to the point where I had done everything that they told me to do. I had gone to school. I had got the advanced degree. I had gotten the good job, but you cannot outrun racism at work. You cannot outrun racism going to another country. Not when you're black. You can't. I had done everything they told me to do, and yet I'm still in this same position, in this same predicament. Why? Why? It is global racism. And when I tell you it's global, it's global. So I just wanted to make this short video to educate women, you know, so that you won't come over with rose-colored glasses, and that you are very realistic and in tune with what you are looking for when you are trying to repatriate to the continent of Africa. You know, I don't want much out of life, but it seems like it's too much to ask when you just want to run your business, make your money, and take care of yourself. You know, it seems like it's too much to ask in America. It's so much regulation. You have to jump through so many hoops. In Africa, it's not like that. The most you will have to get is a business license. In America, you have to get a business license, an occupational license, and even to get an occupational license, you have to jump through all these hoops, get all these background checks. It's absolutely ridiculous, you know, and I'm just trying to take care of myself and my child. The separation of industries. If you have a barbershop, you can't have a spa. And all of these state-to-state regulations is absolutely ridiculous. People are just trying to make a living. And it's absolutely not like that in other countries. And they don't have issues with sanitation. In fact, every country that I've been to, the men have very nice haircuts. No types of skin issues with folliculitis or anything like that. So based on my travel experience, I don't think I could move my business to an African country because, one, I have to be wanted there by the government. And I feel as though the government doesn't necessarily want a person like me, a black American. Yes, they want big business, but I haven't seen an African country open their arms to me to repatriate. If they were truly interested in repatriation, they would make a clear path for people like me, but there is no clear path. And some of you may say, well, Ghana has a program. Once you look into that program, it's not what it appears to be. And I can go into depth on another video with that, but again, it's not what it appears to be. Okay, it's not what I need as far as long-term generational wealth. It's not that. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment. See you next time. Bye.